Hi, how are you doing? It's me, the person who has to do 3 times the work that I actually need to do. Welcome to Moveset Mods, a series where I take the movesets of characters already in Smash and rework them to be more interesting and, more importantly, more accurate to their source material. Today we'll be doing Link, and he's an interesting character to work with, as he has had quite a few moves over the years, but he usually sticks to his specialties, namely the sword and shield, though he will also use items in combat from time to time, such as the bow or the boomerang. Usually those are only used for puzzles, but every so often they'll see some combat use. So let's see what potential he has for a Smash moveset using this silent hero framework to our advantage. Starting off with his gimmick, he will actually have 3 different movesets. He will have one moveset, which is just a basic sword and shield. This will be just best for all-around, combos, etc. He will also have one that is two-handed weapons, which will obviously be good for damage and killing. And his third moveset will have him wield a spear, which is best for long range and does good combos and is good for recovering, but it doesn't do much damage. Starting off with his default, his one-handed swords attacks, his jab has him use a 4-hit combo that is a combination of Breath of the Wild and Age of Calamity's main sword combos. His dash attack has 2 different attacks with different strengths and weaknesses. If you tap the button, you'll get the light sword dash attack from Age of Calamity, simply having him stab forward with his sword and holding his momentum, being better for damage and kill powers than combos, as well as being able to angle it to hit below the ledge for 2 frames and edge guarding. The hold variant is the heavy sword dash attack from Age of Calamity, having him shield surf forward. Good for combos, and not much else. For his forward tilt, Link thrusts his shield forward, performing a combination of the shield bash from Skyward Sword, the shield attack from Twilight Princess, and the parry from Breath of the Wild, dealing a small amount of damage and also having invincibility on the shield and reflecting both projectiles and attacks that hit it, giving it very versatile uses. His up tilt has Link do the strong attack after one normal attack in Age of Calamity, a rising sword slash that is great for combos. It can also be chained into from jab, and then it can also lead into his aerials. His down tilt has Link rolling forward a bomb a short distance, which explodes at the end of its roll. This is a reference to Skyward Sword, in which you can do exactly that. Hopping into his aerials, his neutral air has him do the vertical spin attack from Skyward Sword, hitting once in a complete circle around him. His forward air has him do a 3-hit move, referencing Link's normal aerial combo in Age of Calamity, best for combos and killing at high percent. His back air has him do a long-range backward slash similar to Ike's back air. This references one of Link's weak point smash animations. And finally, his up air and down air can stay exactly the same. They're great moves, as well as being good references to Zelda 2, which Link is actually an adult in, and for this moveset I wanted to only use moves from games where Link is an adult. So those are these 2 Zelda 2 references because, let's be honest, it's not the best game, and it doesn't have that much to pull from. A little bit of Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess, and Breath of the Wild, so I didn't have too big of a pool to pull from. Now for his smash attacks. For his forward smash, Link uses a skyward slash, shooting forward a projectile horizontally in front of him that can be angled either upwards or downwards, having it be a different variant from Skyward Sword. His up smash has him jumping up and slamming his sword downwards, performing the jump strike from Twilight Princess, dealing heavy damage. And his down smash, Link does the spin attack, spinning around once with the Master Sword, with greater range the longer it is charged for. If it is fully charged, it gains an electric dome sort of shape around Link, referencing Urbosa's Fury. Now, instead of doing specials right now, I'm going to move into the grabs and throws, as it'll be the same between all weapon movesets. His grab has him simply grab the opponent with the hook shot, then using stasis to keep them in place. For his pummel, he hits the opponent with a sledgehammer. This would also be a tether recovery, although in the air he would use the whip from Skyward Sword to latch onto the ledge. The grabs and throws would be the same no matter which weapon you have equipped, as I said. So for the forward throw, Link does a jump attack with his sledgehammer before releasing the stasis, sending opponents forward and slightly down, leading to some terrible angles to have to recover from. For his up throw, Link shoots an arrow upwards into the opponent before releasing stasis, letting them fly up in a sort of ragdoll kind of state. This is a reference to one of the things you can do in Breath of the Wild. His back throw has Link backflipping behind the opponent and hitting them with a lightning-quick 4-hit combo with the sledgehammer, referencing the Flurry Rush from Breath of the Wild. And his down throw has Link use Magnesis, dropping a giant metal box on the foe, causing massive damage and crumpling them. Now for the specials. His neutral special has Link pulling out a bow for a chargeable move where he shoots an arrow forward at high speeds, or shooting a barrage of arrows at full charge. Good if for getting in close to the opponent and breaking through guards. It will be somewhat similar to his ultimate neutral B, just because it's still a bow, but it would be more versatile and more interesting in this version. His side special has Link jumping forward with his sword out, slamming it into the ground when he lands, performing the fatal blow from Skyward Sword. If this hits, it does massive damage, as well as crumpling the opponent. Now for his down special, this is where it gets a little bit more complicated, as, of course, this would be used for transforming between movesets. However, it would have a tap and hold variant. If you simply tapped the button, it would do the same down special from Smash Ultimate, having him summon a remote bomb and be able to throw it and detonate it at any time. If you held the button down, it would pull up a menu that would let you switch movesets, similar to Shulk's Minato art. Then finally, for his ups special, Link calls his Loftwing, flying under him, carrying his momentum forward, and then he can fly somewhat freely for about 5 seconds before he's dropped off and going into freefall. Now, for the two-handed weapons, his jab is a 2-hit attack, referencing both his Breath of the Wild and Age of Calamity normal attacks, mostly his Breath of the Wild attack, which does pretty good damage but is a little bit slow. His dash attack is a lunging thrust that references the strong attack Link performs after 3 normal attacks in Age of Calamity. His forward tilt has Link drag his sword across the ground before doing a heavy slash upwards, referencing the 6th hit in his normal combo in Age of Calamity. Many attacks in this form will have a tap and hold variation, the hold variation changing how the attack functions a little bit, but also doing around 5% of damage to Link. The hold version of the F forward tilt has Link swing his sword forward 3 times, launching forward a red beam with each slash that deals a little more damage and has more range. For his up tilt, Link swings his sword upwards in a rising slash that references the strong attack after 1 normal attack in Age of Calamity, with the hold variation having him lunge forward before spinning wildly while rising, then finishing off with 1 strong attack, referencing the heavy version of the strong attack after 4 normal attacks in Age of Calamity. With his down tilt, Link jumps up a short distance before slamming his sword into the ground, referencing the 7th hit of Link's normal attack combo. There is no hold version of this attack, it is already strong enough as it is. For his smash attacks, none of them have hold variations because that would defeat the purpose of charging. His forward smash has Link slamming his sword twice into the ground before slashing a 3rd time horizontally, which references one of his weak point slash animations. His up smash is a rising spin attack that does loads of multi-hitting damage, and his down smash has Link charging power into his sword before slamming it into the ground, dealing heavy damage, also referencing a weak point slash animation. Now, for his aerials, his neutral air has Link swinging the ball and chain item from Twilight Princess around himself once in a circle, dealing heavy damage and knockback. The held variation has him spin it faster and makes it deal multi-hitting damage. Mirroring his one-handed forward air, this is a 1-hit slash upwards with the sword, referencing the 1st hit of his aerial combo. If the button is held, he does the full 3-hit combo. His back air has Link spinning around vertically and slashing downwards with the sword, good for killing offstage, and the whole variation has him fall straight down after using the move. His down air has Link slamming straight down with his sword, and the held variation has him spin around before falling, dealing an extra bit of damage in a multi-hit fashion. And now for his up air, Link spins around vertically with his sword held out, referencing the strong dash attack, and this move has no held version. For his neutral special, Link chows down on a leg of cooked prime meat, healing him for 5% each time, but also leaving him vulnerable at the same time. His side special has Link throw forward 4 remote bombs, exploding at their apex, and can be aimed up or down. His down special, the tapped version, has Link pull out the Megaton hammer, slamming it into the ground, causing a shockwave that trips any opponents close by, And if it hits the sweet spot on the hammerhead, you can say goodbye to your stock, because you're not coming back from that. And finally, for his up special, Link rises upwards with a slash before coming straight back down if he doesn't snap to a ledge, similar to Pyra's up special. Lunging into the spear attacks, his jab has him performing his 7-hit jab combo that can lead into a rapid jab, referencing his spear combos in Breath of the Wild and Age of Calamity. His dash attack has Link lunging forward before slashing his spear upwards, launching foes above him. Link has a 2-hit forward tilt, having him thrust his spear forward twice quickly, similar to Joker's. For his up tilt, Link performs a rising slash with the spear, leading to quick combos, as well as being a good get-off-me tool. And his down tilt has Link dashing forward with the spear, low to the ground, similar to Cloud or Sephiroth's down tilt. His forward smash has Link thrusting his spear forward quickly 3 times, launching a wind projectile forwards a little to get some extra range. This would be comparable to Byleth's forward smash. For his up smash, he stabs his spear upwards several times extremely quickly for a multi-hitting move that is very good for damage. And his down smash has him kick off the ground with the spear before slamming back down with the small area of effect attack. For his aerials, his neutral air has Link spinning the Dominion Rod around himself, with Midna coming in to spin her hair and the thing around as well, simply to add more flair to the animation. And Link's forward air is a 2-hit forward air that echoes his 2-hit aerial spear combo, and his back air is similar to Byleth's in Ultimate, simply having him stab his spear behind him. Once again, for his down air, Link slams into the stage, as he does with the two-handed. His neutral special has him charge up power before launching himself forward, or forward and down in the air, as a chargeable move that is good for movement and does multi-hitting damage, carrying foes along with the move. And Link has a side special similar to Sora's, letting him go in 3 different directions with the spear. For Link's down special, he steals a technique from Sidon, spinning his spear extremely quickly in a circle in front of him, and if you time a button press just right, it will gain an extra hit and do much more damage. Finally, for his up special, Link launches himself up with his spear, going quite a bit of distance and dealing a little damage. Now, for Link's final smash, it will actually change depending on the weapon he has active, always being the special attack for the equipped weapon from Age of Calamity. For his alternate costumes, his default can have him in the Champion's Garb, with no hat and the Hylian pants, having him wield the Master Sword, Hylian Shield, Double Axe, and Traveler Spear. Each of his alternate costumes can be a different armor set from Breath of the Wild, as well as having different weapons. These would deal the same amount of damage, but it would just be cosmetic. For his second one, he can have Zora armor set with the Zora Sword, Silver Longsword, Zora Spear, and Silver Shield. Then the Rita armor set, Feathered Edge, Traveler's Claymore, Feathered Spear and Kite Shield. Then the Flamebreaker armor set, Flame Blade, Stone Smasher, Drill Shaft, and Rusty Shield. Next up, we've got the Gerudo armor set, and if you press X or Y while selecting this, you get the Gerudo Vi armor, with the Moonlight Scimitar, Golden Claymore, Gerudo Spear, and Gerudo Shield. Then the Sheikah armor set, with the Eightfold Blade, Edge of Duality, Serpentine Spear, and Shields of the Mind's Eye. For the last two, there will be more specialized ones, such as the Tunic of the Sky armor set, with the Goddess Sword, Seabreeze Boomerang, Sword of the Six Sages, and Wind Waker's Hero Shield. And the Royal Guard armor set, with the Royal Guard Sword, Claymore, Spear, and Shield. For his taunts, you can have some where he seems to hear something from his sword and questions it a little bit, and one where he drinks down a potion, or eats an entire rock steak. It is random which one you get. And finally, you can have one where he feeds an apple to his horse before the horse goes away. So yeah, that's Link for you. I had a lot of fun making this moveset, and it was really neat to see it pan out as it did. If you enjoyed it, you can subscribe if you want. If you don't, that's fine too. Cool. So yeah, I hope you liked it. Have a nice life.